Hello everyone, welcome back to JDC Studio. My name is Jacob, and today I'm going to be doing my third NCS song ranking, my sixth song ranking in total. It will be on an artist named Yosef. Most of his songs are house, but recently I've discovered he's tackled a lot of other genres such as trap, dubstep, even drumstep one time. And I was like, hey, maybe I should make my next video on him. So here I am. Now, because some of his songs are in the top 100 most viewed songs on NCS, which I already ranked in a different video, I won't be adding commentary to those songs unless I have something new to say about it. Instead, what I'll do is put the name of the song next to the number it's at, and then the rating. I'm also not including the songs that don't have a visualizer video on the main NCS channel, which is just one song, Wildfire, but I thought I'd mention it so I don't get a ton of comments about it. But that's all I have to say for the intro, so let's get right on into the ranking. In last place is Just Getting Started by Shy and Myself. Funny that that's the name of the first song we talk about. It's actually not too bad, but it's not really my thing either. It's too short to really enjoy, and I'm not in favor of the style of singing. I give it a 53 out of 100. Number 28 is Slow Down, also with Shy and Myself. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Basically just a repeat of the last song, but this gets a little more credit for having a kind of heroic bridge section. And despite being about the same length, this one doesn't necessarily feel as short as it is. I give it a 57 out of 100.
So why is it so hard to let you go?
Number 27 is Let You Go. I know the point of this song is that it's supposed to sound chill and relaxed and kind of melancholy, but to me it just sounded boring. The middle section does evoke a little bit of emotion, but again it's short so I can't give it much of a boost. I give it a 59 out of 100. Number 26 is Chasing Dreams, featuring Valentina Franco. Jim's Reloaded release was decent, I guess. The main thing putting it on the lower end is the underwhelming drop, which disappointed me a little because of how cool the intro sounded. I give it a 64 out of 100. Number 25 is Speed, my least favorite of Jim's house songs just because there wasn't anything super outstanding about this song for me. I guess I like the Night of Exploration feel and the off drops, but his other house songs do it better. Also, the cutout NCS made at the beginning is annoyingly obvious, but it's not about the song itself, so I don't take points off for that. I give it a 66 out of 100. Number 24 is Shudder featuring M. I like the concept of this one with the dark theme and sinister sounding vocals, and I feel like the execution lands between falling short and delivering well, but it delivers enough for me to enjoy it. I give it a 74 out of 100. Number 23 is Volcano featuring Scarlet. Once again, the theming is done really well in the verses, this time having a more dramatic feel. And as much as I want to love it, the drop, well, it's still fine, just feels a little off. The best way I can describe it is that there's a bit too much emphasis on the strings. But for what it is, the verses carry the song. I give it a 74 out of 100. Number 22 is Cannery. The vocals, pads, and electric guitar at the beginning make an abstract atmosphere that sounds wonderful, but for some reason the drop feels a bit fast-paced to me. Also, I'm not sure what to think about the 10-second string chord after the first drop, because there isn't much going on, but it does sound relaxing and nice. I give it a 74 out of 100.
Childhood, you hurt me and do it all over again.
Number 20 is Unforgivable with Shia Myself. Easily his and Shia's best orchestral song because of the powerful melody and relatable lyrics. I also love the sections with the piano, specifically the one before the first drop, and it makes me love the song even more. I give it a 76 out of 100. Number 19 is Samurai. This song is unique with its high string plucks in the intro and the electric guitar heard throughout, and just the sound design in general. I thought it'd be a little higher due to another orchestral section, but something about the drop just feels off to me. Not sure what. Also, something funny I wanted to mention is that I used to pronounce samurai, like summarize without the z, when I was 7 or 8 years old, but then somebody corrected me. I give it a 76 out of 100. Number 17 is Link. I know this was in the 100 most viewed songs video, but I wanted to retouch because my opinions have changed about it. After listening several more times, I've realized how good the middle section is. The slowing down of the chord progression and rock step beats make for an amazing comeback. I will admit I was a little rushed to get the last video out because of Christmas, so I wasn't able to listen to it very thoroughly, but I'm glad I'm making this video so I can update you about that. I give it an 80 out of 100. Number 16 is Destiny with Tobu, Electrolyte, Def Kev, and Anna Yvette. What a collab. A collab with some of the best artists too. Okay, well, that's kind of debatable. But because of this, you can hear so many elements from the different artists, like a fast-paced guitar in the intro, trap beats in the first verse, 3 drops, and even a melodic dubstep section between the second and third drops. I didn't realize how much power mega collabs have on mixing. I give it an 82 out of 100. Number 15 is Courage, featuring Anna Yvette. This fixes or improves everything that I was iffy about in Samurai, which is ironic considering that this released years before Samurai, and it's true to its name because it sounds very courageous. Also, was this meant to foreshadow Lost Sky's new song Carry On? In case I don't include that in a video anytime soon, I wanted to mention that it was the first birthday release that I saw on release date, and Anna Yvette actually wished me a happy birthday when I commented, so that was awesome. I give this an 84 out of 100. Number 14 is Everlasting with Effixa. Yeah, the guy that released the first song on Monster Cat. By the way, I found the name of that song really hilarious. Effixa's NCS one-off and Jim's 8th song on NCS was pretty great, having a raw epic melody and an awesome middle section, although I do wish it was a little longer. Also, isn't it ironic that this is Speed House and Speed itself isn't? I give it an 84 out of 100. Number 13 is Passion with Alex Skrindo. Is this what you get when you combine Eclipse and Entropy? I'm just saying that because I noticed they all have the same chord progression, which is pretty cool. I do think this song sounds passionate. The synth melodies and fluttering synths in the non-drop sections are very nice on the ears, and the drops represent house really well. I give this an 85 out of 100. Number 12 is Linked, featuring Anna Yvette. What I said about Link earlier in this video applies even more here because of the added lyrics, especially in what would now be the bridge section, I guess. I can actually really picture in my head what Anna is singing, which I can't do for a lot of songs. I have no idea why I put this below Link, but now I've learned my lesson, so you can put your pitchforks down. I give this an 85 out of 100. Number 10 is Lights. Jim had probably one of the best debuts of any NCS artist. This is one of his first songs that I've personally heard as well. I accidentally discovered it when I was recording music for a personal project. The song has a solid chord progression, a fun melody, and the middle section is the most amazing part of it all. I give it an 87 out of 100. Number 9 is Sun Goes Down with Roy Knox, who makes a lot of songs kinda like this. Epic melodic dubstep, sometimes drum step, but I can't really hear Jim's style in this. I wonder if maybe he was the vocalist with the pitch turned higher. Regardless, it is still a great song, and it sounds like the more epic version of Courage to me. I give it an 88 out of 100. Number 8 is Moonlight. Nothing can beat Rames's B's Moonlight in my opinion, but this is still awesome stuff. I really can feel the night vibe with the instrumentation used. The vocal chops heard in the beginning and middle are so satisfying, and the bass in the drop is kinda gritty. Something about this also reminds me of Everlasting, but I definitely like this better. I give it a 91 out of 100. Number 6 is Gone for Good with Rival featuring Elena Cross. Alright, this is where the songs start to get legendary. This is definitely the most cinematic of Jim's works. The few seconds right before both drops are one of the greatest dramatic moments in NCS history, maybe even the best. I mean, not that I know enough NCS songs to make such a statement. And it's not just those parts that master the movie vibe, pretty much the entirety of the non-drops carry that as well. And the drops, well, they center on more epic melodic dubstep, even better than Sun Goes Down's. I give it a 94 out of 100, but I have a feeling that this will grow on me even more later on. Number 5 is Fall With Me. I love this song. How I would describe it is that it tries something new and succeeds. The pads and notes in the intro sound majestic, and it makes me imagine flying through the air. Before the drop, there's some really sweet sounding vocals that I'm just in love with, and in the drop is a powerful beat. The middle section also has an amazing piano melody, and it took me a while to figure out that the melody right after it played on some sort of synth uses the exact same notes. I thought it was really cool when I found that out though. I give this a 94 out of 100.
To join forces.
Number 4 is Forces, featuring Ivan Jamil and Kato Rebel. First of all, I want to talk about the lyrics. I love how the theme it centers around is that if you join forces, like the name suggests, you can overcome any challenge in life. Especially in the world we live in today, I feel like it's easy to forget that, so I'm glad this serves as a reminder. That's mainly what brings this into my top 5, although the instrumentation is really cool too. The atmosphere is pretty nice, especially when it's calm in the verses, and the drop has a pretty standard melody, but it works for me. The best part of the instrumentation has to be the bouncy chords in the intro and outro. I will say the pre-drop used to annoy me because I couldn't figure out the rhythm no matter how many times I listened, but I eventually got it. I give this a 94 out of 100. Number 3 is Imagine. This song is just carried from being all around joyful. From beginning to end, a happy, adventurous chord progression and melody fill the song, and I'm all for the feeling. The only thing preventing me from giving this a perfect score is that part of me feels like the drop could have had a bit more energy. Like, hear me out, imagine how hard it would go if it was complextro. But I guess that would be a little overboard, and the beats, chords, and vocal melodies that are used are incredible as it is. I give it a 99 out of 100. Number 2 is Ruby with Alex Strindo. I'm gonna drop a hot take on this one, so get ready. This is the best future trap / bass song on NCS. Remember how I said Fall With Me was successful in trying something different? Take that song, which keep in mind is still my 5th favorite song by this guy and above a 90, and amplify all of its good and better and best qualities to its fullest. That's what this song is to me. I have no idea where the hate on all this song is coming from, but I think it's completely undeserved. Because everything, the night vibe that makes me imagine stargazing, the breath effects, like how often do you hear that? The lovely melodies, the guitar guitar riffs, the most courageous drop out of the like 3 that had courageous drops, and you can't forget the middle section is perfection. Seriously, that middle section is a contender for the most emotional music NCS has accepted, and that alone makes it top 50 material for me. Unfortunately, this is probably my biggest guilty pleasure on NCS, and it deserves all the respect it can get. I give it an 100 out of 100, and yet there's still one more song by Jim that's better. And that song is Firefly Part 2 with Starlight. Wow, this is an insane upgrade from the original. Of course, the best song had to have an orchestral section, and Jim and Starlight's was executed the best for me. His comment on the music video said that there wasn't a better way to end the year of 2020, and I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, taking this guy's classic song and turning it into a cinematic masterpiece with the help of dramatic synth pads, slow pianos, orchestral strings in the non-drops, plus an enhanced melody and even chord progression in the drops. What more could you ask for? Well, I can't think of anything, and that's why Firefly Part 2 is my favorite song by Jim Yosef on NCS. I give it an 100 out of 100. So now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite song by this guy? Are you sad that I didn't put Firefly Part 1 and Eclipse higher? Do you think I'm overseeing Ruby way too much? Let me know in the comments below. But remember, all of this is subjective, and everyone can have their opinions about music. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. JDC out.